basic nature of amines. We know that ammonia is basic in nature because it has lone pair of electrons, so it is going to be basic in nature. Okay. In a similar manner, uh, in ammonia is basic in nature. In a similar manner, if we look at the structure of amines, we see that all the amines are going to have a lone pair of electrons, so which it can easily donate. Therefore, they are going to behave as they have basic nature. Okay. Amines are weak bases over here, as they are going to react with water. Are NH2 reacting with water. This is going to give NH3 positive plus OH negative. Okay, before the reaction is going to be concentration of R NH3 positive into OH negative upon concentration of R NH2. This is going to be the value of Kb. Here the concentration of water is going to be taken as constant. So the basic strength can also be exhibited on the basis of pKb values, where pKb value is equals to minus log of Kb. अगर हम बोलेंगे greater the value of Kb, what will be the basic character, lesser the value of Kb, that is going to be more basic. Larger the value of pKb, weaker is the base. Smaller the value of pKb, stronger will be the base. Now let's compare basics. Strength. The first one we are going to compare is ammonia and amines. In general, both are going to behave as base. Over here, we will see that amines are going to be more basic. Let's see how. When we are talking of nitrogen, amine is going to behave as base, as it has tendency to give a lone pair of electrons. R due to its plus I effect, that is positive ionic effect, it has sorry, that is positive inductive effect, not ionic effect. Tendency to donate the lone pair of electrons to nitrogen, as a result of which the electron density of nitrogen will increase. Okay. And electron density will increase and electrons can be easily removed. So they are going to be stronger bases with respect to the ammonia. In case of ammonia, if you take a structure, in case of primary amine, in case of secondary amines, two alkyl present, and in case of tertiary amines, Now over here, this one alkyl group is going to give its electron to the nitrogen. As a result of this, electron density will increase and increases the basic character. In case of secondary, two alkyl groups, because of these two alkyl groups, again, what is going to happen? The electron density will increase and the basic character will increase. And if there are three alkyl groups over here, the basic character will still increase. It will still increase. So according to this, the tertiary amine should be most basic. Okay, due to plus I effect. This is in the case of gaseous state. This is 3 degrees more basic than 2 degrees more basic than 1 degree. And if we are taking aqueous phase, the order of basic strength followed will not be same as it is followed in the gaseous state. So let's see what is going to be difference over here. When we're talking in aqueous phase, trend that is going to be followed is 2 degree is more basic than 1 degree is more basic than 3 degree. And this is the trend followed if the alkyl group is methyl group. If we take methyl secondary, that is going to be more basic than phenamine. And it is going to be more basic. So they are going to be bulkier group present. Okay. In that case, the trend follows and bulky is present. Suppose in case of C2H5, secondary is going to be most basic. And then tertiary instead of primary, and least will be that is going to be primary. So why this is happening over here? Why it is not same as that in the gaseous phase, and why it changes? And in this case, when we're talking of the basis strength, the basic strength of aqueous phase depends on the two factors. The first is known as steric factor. Second one is hydration effect. Always we can predict one question from this chapter, from this portion. It is very important. Now here, first we are talking about steric effect. Let's say we are taking an example of R and tertiary over here. All these three alkyl groups are going to be bigger group. As a result, they are going to crowd around nitrogen. So we can say these have the tendency to cover the nitrogen. As it cover the nitrogen from all the three sides, this will make the incoming species, which is positively charged, which wants to form bond with each lone pair of electrons, the, that is going to be very difficult. So therefore, approaching for species when it is going to be very difficult to come near to nitrogen. That as a result of which, the alkyl group that is going to be larger than the basic character should be minimum. So this is one thing. This is not only the steric effect over here, there is also the hydration effect, and the combination of three different, that is Plessy effect, the steric effect, and hydration effect. They are all going to give us primary amines. Taking the hydration effect, hydration effect will depend upon the stability on the conjugated acid. That is going to depend on the how easily the proton is accepted from the solution. Let's talk of, in case of primary, there are going to be two hydrogens which are present. In primary, there are two hydrogens that are going to be present. हमने इसे aqueous में डाला, it accepts the hydrogen. You will get conjugated acid over here. As there are going to be three hydrogen are present, these are easily formed. It easily form hydrogen bond with water. It easily form hydrogen bond with water. As a result, the size of the alkyl group that becomes very large. So it is forming hydrogen bond with water over here, with this hydrogen also, and this hydrogen also. Now let's go on to the secondary. Now secondary, we are going to have protonated over here two hydrogen. We are having only two hydrogen which can form bonds with water. So size is going to be decrease. Now in case of tertiary, when no hydrogen is present, here the size will decrease. Greater the extent of hydrogen bonding, more is the stabilization. So over here सबसे ज़्यादा हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग हो रही है 1 डिग्री, then 2 डिग्री होना चाहिए, then 3 डिग्री होना चाहिए. So basic strategies also follow this order 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. But we have two orders here, one due to steric hindrance and uh, in case of hydration fill the trend is going to be this, and if we take steric hindrance, then 3 degree should have the minimum basicity. So here will be trend 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree. Let plus I effect the plus I, then according to plus I 3 degree should be greater than 2 degree should be 1 degree. Then taking into consideration all the three effects, a combination of like of hydration bonding, steric hindrance, and inductive effect. This is going to be determine the stability. Therefore, the trend will be 2 degree greater than 3 degree than 1 degree. So this is going to be basic strain going to be in case of aqueous solution. और इल्काइल ग्रुप कौन सा दिया है उसके बेसिस पे भी ये ट्रेंड क्या हो जाता है, चेंज हो जाता है. मिथाइल एंड मिथाइल दे आर गोइंग टू बी चेंज. दिस इज अ कंपैरेटिव स्टडी ऑफ amines.